50-something-year-old withered-looking woman.
What?
Flat in the
Oh my gosh, bro. These type of kids need Jesus, bro.
She was also soaked, and because of that,
What
I
the
couldn't give a
frick
good
is
description of her
that?
hair.
Oh, man. Welcome back to another video. You know what I'm saying? 3 disturbing true parents horror stories. What the frick is that supposed to mean? Parents doing some clucked up nonsense to their kids? Like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they murderers? Are they devils? Are they satanic worshipers? Like, what the frick is going on here? What are we talking about here? Y'all probably don't know either, but we're gonna find out together. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Love you guys so much, and let's get it. Oh no, this is gonna be so clucked. Where's my bro?
I'm a single mother of 2. My ex-husband and I take turns watching the kids month to month.
Okay.
My son Luke is 15 and my daughter Melissa is 10.
Uh-huh.
This happened just a few months ago. I did some late-night grocery shopping after work. Luke had texted me earlier that he was going out with his friends. It was a Friday night. I wasn't thrilled with him leaving Melissa alone, but 10 is the age a lot of parents are more comfortable leaving their kids alone.
Nah.
He knows I can't expect him to babysit her anymore.
No. What? How old is your kids? You're leaving your freaking young ass sister? No.
I got back to the house around 9 o'clock at night. I had to make 3 or 4 trips from the car to the house because of the amount of groceries I bought. I always overdo it with the groceries on the months I get to watch the kids. And then on the months alone, I'm the complete opposite. When I finally finished putting all the groceries in the fridge and pantry, I went upstairs to greet Melissa.
Where's your brother?
I heard the shower running in the bathroom, so I went back downstairs to lay down in the living room and put on my show on Netflix.
Where's your son at?
I was halfway through an episode, and I still hadn't heard Melissa leave the bathroom upstairs.
Okay.
Long hot showers aren't free, and I never condone my kids wasting water. I went up there to knock on the door and tell her to get out of the shower soon.
Okay.
I went back downstairs to resume my show. Only for about 5 minutes, though. Melissa was still in the shower, so I went back up there again and knocked louder. This time I waited for her to acknowledge me, but when she didn't, I continued to knock louder and yell her name angrily.
Bro, get
It
inside.
took me a little bit to notice through the bottom crack of the door that the light was off in the bathroom.
The lights were off in the bathroom while the shower was on? If you do not bust through that freaking door.
Doorknob, but the door was locked. The locks on my doors inside the house are easily unlocked with a fingernail, though, so I had to force my way in, now growing concerned. As the door opened, I yelled into the room at my daughter, at that moment feeling more furious than anything. I flicked the light switch up and went over to the tub. I yanked the curtain half open, honestly not knowing what to expect.
Oh no.
Not in my worst nightmare would I have expected to find some 50-something-year-old withered-looking woman
What?
flat in the bathtub with the shower spraying water onto her. I screamed so loud
What
and
the
long until I
frick?
lost the ability to scream for a few seconds.
Bro, you just saw a freaking 50-old something year old grandma looking witch looking woman in your bathroom? How? How did you allow this to happen? Weren't the windows, vents, and door locked? No.
My back pressed up to the mirror. Everything on the counter had fallen to the ground. I felt an unexplainable sense of shock and horror. The woman stood up in the tub looking at me, her hair and clothes obviously drenched. I slammed the bathroom door shut and screamed Melissa's name. I checked her room first thing, and I found her hiding under the covers.
Oh wow.
I grabbed her and tugged her out of the room. As we passed the bathroom door towards the stairs, that woman was standing in the doorway of the bathroom.
Oh.
Everything about her looked like a zombie. Her eyes, her movement. I made sure to grab my cell phone before locking the 2 of us in the spare room in the basement.
Okay, call the police.
Called the police. As I waited for the police to come, Melissa told me she thought it was me who came into the house. When she saw some random, scary-looking woman walking up the stairs, she ran to her room to hide.
Good.
Luke left the front door unlocked when he left.
Under the covers though? You ran to hide under your covers? Like that's gonna help the situation? You know, you hide in like a closet. You hide under your bed. You do something like that. Like, come on, man.
The police showed up in a timely manner. I talked to the police and told them exactly what Melissa told me. I described the woman's appearance, noting she was also soaked, and because of that, I couldn't give a good description of her hair besides long and graying. This was all after making sure the woman was no longer in the house. Not under a bed, not in a closet, not behind a shower curtain. She simply left the house as easily as she entered. It's likely she was drugged out of her mind. I'd never seen someone who looked like they were literally lacking consciousness yet still walking.
Bro, I'm not
I
looking at
don't
that.
even know if I would have been able to press any charges on her if she was found.
I'm not
But
looking.
She wasn't. And don't you worry, I properly scolded and reprimanded Luke. Always remember to lock your doors.
Yeah. It's common sense. Common sense. So your own son did not lock the door to when he went out with his friends. You should have let him stay inside and actually protect his little sister. This man did not lock the door. Bro, I need my Bible, bro. I'll be back. Y'all really think that I'm about to freaking leave? Bro, I should have had this already locked up right beside me just in case anything cluckness goes on. Let's continue this video.
This was over 15 years ago. We once went to this family resort in New York State.
Okay.
We took our 2 kids who were 4 and 6 at the time. This focuses on our 6-year-old Michael Jr. We were on vacation around Easter time, so the resort had a bunch of fun little festivities set up for the kids, like Easter egg hunts, Easter decorations during bingo, and someone walking around in a big Easter bunny costume.
Creepy.
While we were in the dining hall one evening, the Easter bunny was walking around giving kids high fives.
Nah.
When he came over to our table, our 4-year-old Peter hid under the table crying.
Yeah,
But
as I
Michael
would.
Jr. gave him the high five and wasn't afraid at all. The guy in the bunny suit walked away quickly, probably to get our son to stop crying. The next day there was an Easter egg hunt, which was in one of the fields by the kids center of the resort.
There's a lot of
I
eggs.
watched the kids
Holy
scrambling
frick.
to collect eggs while my husband Mike was elsewhere. I'm not really sure what he was doing. The Easter bunny guy was walking around the field interacting with the kids. I noticed he knew to avoid Peter. Peter came running to me when the Easter bunny got near to him.
Bro.
He would do the same thing with Santa around the holidays.
Nah.
The guy in the bunny suit was interacting with Michael a lot. I found it kind of cute.
No.
I just didn't want Peter around him so that he wouldn't start crying again. So I brought him to the other side of the play area for a little while. When it looked like the Easter bunny was gone, I walked him back to where Michael Jr. was last. But I couldn't see him.
Of course.
I started calling his name. Then another parent came up to me and asked if I was looking for a boy wearing a red sweater. I said yes, and she told me the guy in the Easter bunny costume walked him out of the field area in the direction of the parking lot.
Bro, the Easter bunny just wanted some more time with his students.
What?
With his kids. Did I really just say students? Easter bunny just wanted more time. He wanted to take that kid and take him back to his wonderland, if you know what I mean.
Up Peter and ran in the direction that the woman pointed.
Oh gosh.
I ran faster than I ever could, while holding my son on top of it. Motherly instincts clearly kicking in, giving me an adrenaline boost. I saw the man in the Easter bunny costume holding my child's hand, approaching a black car.
Oh wow.
I screamed at the top of my lungs at him to get away from my son. Then I screamed Michael's name. They both turned to look at us, and the man let go of my son's hand. Michael ran over to me, not realizing at all the danger he was just in.
Jeez.
The man in the costume said to me that he was trying to find his mom since he looked lost, but that was total BS.
Really?
I had to get in his car with my
Inside a
6-year-old
black
son.
car?
I tried to yank the mask off of
Shut
him.
up,
He
dude.
shoved me and yelled at me to piss off. Then he got in his car and drove away. I tried to remember his plate number, but he was gone too quickly.
Wow.
I called my husband on my old archaic cell phone, and I brought my kids to the front desk of the resort to meet him there. They said the man in the Easter bunny costume didn't work there.
Of course.
I was livid, yelling at the front desk workers the whole time, who were apparently aware of the man, yet didn't stop.
Bro, he's literally just like that fool from that game. The bunny, the Easter Ripper or whatever his name. That game that Corey Kenshin was playing. He's exactly like him. He doesn't work there. He goes and takes the kid and then he kills them. Gee.
To sue the entire place. They ended up refunding us for our entire stay, which we gladly accepted. But I was mere seconds away from losing my kid forever.
Jeez. Crazy.
We adopted our son Charlie at the age of 2. He's aware that he was adopted. We were honest with him about that ever since he started to learn to speak.
Cool.
He's now 7 years old. We don't have any children of our own because my wife can't have kids.
Ah.
Somewhat recently, my wife and I started noticing very strange behavior with Charlie. And what motivated me to actually sit down and write this was something my wife and I still can't explain.
Okay.
There's an upstairs toy room for Charlie since there's 2 extra bedrooms in our house. He has a big toy closet in there, and the whole room has a bunch of toys like a Lego table, action figures, and such. For the duration of about a month, at different times we'd hear Charlie talking to himself. Not like role-playing talking in his play. We'd overhear him speaking as if he were talking to another person in the room.
Bro, send them back to the freaking orphanage. Like,
Oh
if
my
you do
God.
not send them back to the freaking place, nah, bro. You got a crazy one on your hands. That was on. You should have done your research. You should have been asking those questions. Hey, little son Johnny. Do you talk to people?
What do you mean?
Talk to people in your sleep, like, or do you talk to people? Do you have imaginary friends or anything?
Well, there's always this guy that always just usually comes, in the middle of the night and talks to me. Yeah, I call him Satan. He likes to refer to himself as Satan or Lucifer. Yeah.
Okay. Bring your ass here. We're leaving.
The first time this happened, my wife wasn't home, but as I passed his playroom, I overheard him talking as if he had a friend in there.
Oh,
I
heck
swear
no.
to God, I actually walked in just to make sure he didn't actually have a friend in there. When I walked in, I saw him sitting at his Lego table with a couple of his WWE action figures on top of it. But he wasn't currently playing with any of them. He was just sitting there, blankly staring at me. I asked, "Who are you talking to?" He shrugged his shoulders. As weird as it was, I had to assume he was just playing.
Oh, heck no.
The next time something strange happened, it was a lot worse. This time my wife was at least home to witness it with me. We were in the kitchen, Charlie was in the backyard playing. We heard him laughing and talking suddenly, so my wife went to look out the window to see what he was doing. Then she called me over to look as well. What we saw was Charlie talking to thin air, as if he were talking to a person.
Bro.
It resembled him
Oh
trying to
my gosh, bro. These type of kids need Jesus, bro. I rebuke you in the name, bro. Like, oh my goodness. This is just like the horror films. When you adopt a daughter and you realize she's crazy and she wants to kill. If you do not grab your cross, if you do not grab the freaking holy Bible and water and just, I rebuke you, like, if you don't do all those written, like, come on, bro. This is just too much.
wasn't there how to use the plastic sword in his hand. I expressed to my wife my concern. She said he may just have an imaginary friend. I told her I didn't know how I felt about that.
Nah.
She seemed to feel it was completely normal. Fast forward to like the third or fourth instance. It was 9 o'clock on a school night, approaching Charlie's bedtime. He was in his playroom still. I was trying to be lenient with the bedtime and let him play for a few more minutes.
Sure.
I heard Charlie laughing and talking to his imaginary friend again.
Bro.
I curiously had to take a peek into the room. As I opened Charlie's door, I heard his closet door shut. I looked at Charlie, standing up in the dead center of the room, with his toys scattered around him.
What?
I asked him who was in the closet, and something on the inside of it
Oh, shoot! Bro, there's someone inside there, dude! Oh.
fell. It sounded like a big plastic toy. I asked one more time who's in the closet in a yell. He said George. I swung the door open, expecting
Georgie?
one of his little friends in there. Maybe my wife let him have a play date or sleepover without telling me. But the closet was empty besides his toys.
Nah.
I picked Charlie up against his will and brought him to his room. I told him he was going to bed. Then I told my wife about the closet door closing on its own, and then the toy inside falling on its own. She thought I was messing with her at first.
Nope.
But then she saw I was serious. That night, I woke up to sounds from down the hall in Charlie's playroom. We sleep with the door open. I woke my wife and told her to follow me quietly.
Okay.
We tiptoed to the toy room. Charlie wasn't in there, but a distinct, loud clicking sound was coming from inside the toy closet.
Yo!
I opened it, showing bravery for my wife.
Yo!
And as I did, the clicking stopped. We dug for any kind of electric toys that may have made that clicking sound. Nothing, though. I think that was the night I became a believer in the paranormal.
Yep. You should have been a believer in the first place. What the frick? Bro, if you don't sell your house immediately, if you do not put a frick, if you don't grab a real estate agent real quick and sell your damn house.
Morning, I woke to my wife's scream. She was holding our wedding photo. It was cracked right down the middle, not just the picture in the glass, but the frame too. It was cracked perfectly down the middle, separating the two of us.
What?
We took Charlie and stayed with my mom for a week. Then, after a week, my wife and I returned to the house. We listed the house for sale.
Good.
And after a few days of normalcy, we brought Charlie back to the house. But we moved out a month later.
Thank God. Thank God. Bro, that house is on another level of cluckness. You did the right thing. You did the right thing. The only thing I would have done in that situation is that I would have told you from straight up, hey, who you talking to? And if she does one of these, then I am literally saying, okay, bet. We're selling the house. Grab the real estate. Call the real estate agent. We're doing all of that. We're not dealing with this. We're not dealing with this. I'm not gonna give I'm not giving a third or fourth try, fifth try. No, none of it. I am literally gonna be on your ass from the jump. Lord have frickin' mercy, bro. They didn't have the Bible. Like, if they had the Bible, none of this would have been happening. Like, you really think if I had, like, you think this happens when I'm at home? No, because I have Jesus in my life. Hello. Well, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching this. This was really fun. I really like reacting to these and, you know, give my opinions on these. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. I'll catch you guys probably Sunday or Monday. So, yeah. Peace.